What up, what up? What up, everyone? Oh my gosh. Oh, I hate this. Hello, people. Seku-Senpai here. Yo, we're back for Umineko. I'm not mad about playing the game. I'm mad at my lights. Look at the camera. It looks terrible. Oh my gosh. Hard. I tried fixing it, and this is the best I could do. Man, I miss my old light. Yo, game, don't stop. Game over here doing stuff. But yo, everyone, we're back for some Umineko. Yeah, we're back for this. Man, I'm tired. I spent just the past hour just busy. I wanted to just chill out before I streamed. I'd like to just watch some videos, maybe recap myself with some stuff. But nope, I spent the past hour actually on a business call, so that was nice. But yeah, anyways, we're back for this, and we're gonna see what happens. I can't stand looking at my camera. But oh yeah, my fan is on. Wow, I put that on. So yeah, last time we saw the trials, the love trial. George did his trial, Jessica did her trial, and then we ended it. We're gonna go back to that locked room scene. Let me turn my volume. Why is it like loud over here? Actually, y'all can't hear my desktop volume. What am I saying? But I lost my train of thought. Anyways, we're gonna see what happens today. Yeah, we're gonna be back to the locked room thing. See what's going on there. And the ones who haven't done their trials yet is Shannon, Cannon, and Beatrice. Beatrice also. All of them were like, yo, who's gonna go next? Raise your hand. Participation. So yeah, here we go. Let's just go through this. Man, I can't. This camera's messing me up. Oh, stop. Copyright. Jeez. Headphones would help. Hold up. Let me. I had to unplug my mic. Just making sure it wasn't doing that high-pitched thing again. Hopefully it wasn't doing that. And y'all didn't hear, like, problems. Whatever. Anyways, let's get this rolling. See what goes down today. See what happens. Probably more insanity. Which I could use. I could use that insanity. I want things to get wild. I'm embracing the insanity that is Umineko today. Because I'm in a pretty insane mood. Oh yeah, also. Actually, I'll probably say this later on. Make some announcements later on. But yeah. Man. This camera just I need to get a new light, man. I hate this. It's a yellow light. Usually I have like a white light, and this one just makes everything look orange. Makes it look like the sun's setting on me right now. Rosa could be sitting in the parlor. Yeah, what's up, Rosa? How you doing? Oh no, we're actually going back to everyone else. Okay, I didn't even remember what everyone else is doing. So far, someone died, I think. Kiri's dead. Kiri's dead so far. Ava's dead from George's confrontation with her. Kiri's dead from Jessica's confrontation with her, which created a locked room for her. So that's interesting. And yeah, okay, so back to the siblings? What is it? A little past midnight. Interesting. Since everyone had avoided the parlor, the obvious place for people to gather, Rosa was able to have this relaxing and comforting room all to herself. Let me double check the audio, actually. Okay, my audio should all be good. Nice. Ice. That didn't mean she looked relaxed. Her expression was heavy with gloom and weariness. Weariness? The cup of black tea that she had brought from the dining hall had gone stone cold. Stone cold tea. Cold Stone Creamery? Comforting silence. And now that no one else was in sight, Rosa's heart finally awoke. She was always treated like a kid in the conferences with her 3 siblings. Well, I wonder why. She had no influence at all. But possibly because of that, she was apparently considered to be a neutral party. The siblings would often ask her for agreement, sometimes even treating her like an adjudicator or a judge.
それをうまく活かして私の望むように会議を誘導しなくちゃ。
I have to find almost 100 million yen by March. That was supposed to be my great commitment, a burden to bore, to help support his business. His business? Wait, go back? Because we know that Rosa isn't with her husband. Like, he ditched. I have to make use of that and turn the discussion into the direction I want. Okay. His business.
もうよくわからない。借金を無事に返済できたら彼が連絡をくれるのだろうか。
Man, she's still longing for this dude. Oh boy, here we go with sad music.
今さら連絡なんかくれてもこっちから願い下げよう。
I'll be the one turning you down.
あなたはマリアの父親なのよ。せめて一度でいい
Maria's
から
unknown father.
会ってあげて。
Well, they know the father, I don't.
愛というのは貫くのも辛いのですね。
Canon chose Rosa? Oh, snap. Out of all the people? Yo, though no one should have been in the parlor, someone suddenly spoke to Rosa. Just when it had happened, Canon could be seen standing there. Who's texting me? I saw my phone lighting up in my corner of my eye. Canon could be seen standing there. Even considering that she had been deep in thought, the thing that she hadn't noticed him at all. Well, he got that. I don't know. I'm trying to make a reference.
びっくりしたわ。
Got that white walk right
考
there.
え事をしてて気づかなかったので。
Dead silence? That's what I was trying to say.
何？
いえ、ローザ様を今苦しめているのは愛ゆえにです。違いますか？
唐突ね。何の話かよくわからないわ。
ローザ様はマリア様の父親にそれを引き受けられました。
A cosigner on a loan? Yikes.
困った子ね。クラウス兄さんが話してたのを廊下か何かで聞いてたのね。
More like Cross Nissan was just talking loud. True, earlier this day in this very room, Cross had seen through to the fact that Rosa was bearing a massive debt because she had become a cosigner on a loan. However, he hadn't said that her partner had been Maria's father. Why did Canon know so much? He connected the dots.
ローザ様はとても聡明な方です。連帯保証人を引き受けることがよく考えもせず引き受けたわけがありません。
About the consequence.
これから結婚する相手でパートナーだと思ってた。
Hey, 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 yo, good evening, welcome. I hadn't yet moved to his family register, but I thought soon. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Yeah, but I was like, yo, he chose Rosa out of everyone?
私の名前がなければ借りられないお金なら、それに協
And
力
if
す
he
るの
intentionally
が
did
未
choose
来の妻の
Rosa,
役目だ
what's
と
the
思
reason
って
for
た。
that? Because if roulette, I mean, that's unlucky for her.
未来は来ましたか？
No, it hadn't. So afterwards, Rosa was always alone, and Maria never had a father. However, time moved on. Maria, who should have been the symbol of their union, just kept growing. Almost like a living hourglass, measuring the length of the hell Rosa had crawled through. Dang, because of that, Maria's growth hurt. Rosa, man.
私はあの男のことを何度も忘れようとしたわ。でもね、忘れても借金は消えないの。
Yeah, because you still have the debt, but dang, this, I mean, her whole situation with Maria and the father, that's, man, tough. It was only natural. And so whether or not she forgot her love, she had to do all she could to pay that money back.
こうも私が立派に返済しきったら、それは彼が私に与えてくれた愛の試練に打ち勝ったという意味になるの。結局は返さなくちゃいけない借金なのに、どうしてその結果得られる愛を先に自ら捨てるの？ 返済してから考えても遅くはないと思わない？
Okay. So, wait, go back to that? Like, I read that, but I wasn't... But you know, I also think of it this way. If I can manage to pay everything off, it'll mean I passed the trial of love he gave me. If I have to pay off my debt anyhow, I can abandon my word. The love I could gain is resolved before it's over. Okay, so what? Her paying this off will be her being able to completely move on from her prior feelings to this dude, Maria's father, her former lover. It may have been a trick of words that only those who have suffered through love could understand. Even Rosa vaguely realized that she might have been deceived. However, if she was able to succeed in paying back the loan, he might acknowledge her usefulness as a wife. When that happened, she might be able to regain her love. But if she had already abandoned that love, then what? This debt, this trial that he had given her, would be completely meaningless. Yes, for her, the debt itself appeared to be a trial of love. In fact, the very fact that she looked at it that way might have been her blindness due to love, as well as proof that she hadn't cast off her infatuation with the past. Even now, she still suffered, and that suffering would continue, at least until she paid back the massive loan, and let a good deal of time pass after that, until she could finally lay her feelings for him to rest. Yep. Dang. Oh, my bad. Oh, interesting parallel they brought up there, but there's also, yeah, we went Kiri thing last week as well. I like that how here and there we have gotten to peek into Kiri's past with Rudolph, Asumu, and whatnot. And yeah, I keep losing my train of thought. Yo, what up, Big Dad? I got this new light. I mentioned this earlier in the stream. I got this new light. Well, it's not a new light. My old light died, and there was just a spare one in the house. I have to get a new one. It's this ugly yellow pea light, and I don't like it. Yo, it makes everything in here look orange, and there's nothing I could do. Well, I tried fixing over here. This is the best I could do, but I'm just stuck with this. Yeah, all the adults in this family just problems left and right, and the fact that Kinzo was their parent kind of makes sense why all of them have their difficancies, their troubles, problems. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. I can't. Every time I look over to myself, I see this light, but. I'll probably get a new one this weekend, hopefully. Actually, I might have something I could do instead. I'll see. That disease is a serious one. Wait, what are they talking about? Okay. Who knows if anyone did a disease called love would eat into, it sometimes eats into a person for their entire life, spreading to and hurting the people closest to them. That disease was torturing her now as much as it ever had. Well... Aspiration to me or a dream. Though she had her man stolen from her, she persevered for 18 years. She never fell to despair and instead continued to support Rudolph, lying in wait for a miracle. It's true, yeah.
Mariaはまだ9歳よ。キリエさんが待った18年のまだ半分じゃない。
Yeah, only half, so.
それくらいで値を上げてたら彼女に笑われるわ。
あと9年で奇跡が起こると思いますか
？In another 9 years, huh?
それを疑ったらおしまいよ。
Of course, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Don't doubt that.
ある意味、私は亡霊なのよ。私はすでに死んでいる。それに気づかず生きている。
決して来ない人を永遠に待つ亡霊。
そうよ。彼の夢を応援したいなんて甘えたことを言ったあの日に、私は多分もう死んでいた。やっぱり あの日は後悔すべき日だったのかしら。俺には夢がある。海外を巡りたい。このちっぽけな日本を飛び出して必ず大物になって帰ってくる。懐かしいわね。あの頃の私は互いの途方もない夢を認め合うのが恋人同士だみたいな考えだった。だから彼も私がデザイナーとして大成してパリで新作を発表して取材陣にもみくちゃにされるなんて夢を楽しそうに語って喜ばせてくれたわ。思えば
So together they talked about some big dreams they had in the
地に
future,
足がついてない日々。
and clearly, well, that
互い
didn't
に互い
happen.
を浮かれさせてふわふわし合ってる感じだから、彼が日本を飛び出したいなんて言い出した時、私はそれを喝采して応援を約束したわ。
Acknowledging each other's great dreams that might never what? That might never be is a standard sort of pillow talk for lovers. But once they started to translate into actual action, from that point on, I should have been serious and practical.
私はあの日彼を見送ったことを長いこと誇りにしてた。今も誇りにしてる。
Yeah.
でも後悔もしているんですね。
そうよ。
Okay.
あの日泣きわめいて反対してたら、私は地獄に落ちなかったかもしれない。それを笑顔で見送ったのが私の勝利。違うわ。それはある意味戦うべき時を自ら放棄した不先輩みたいなものだった。私はその負けを美化して男の海外への挑戦を笑顔で見送り、海外しく娘と帰りを待つ良き女の幻想に酔ってるだけ。電話一本よこさず彼が教えてくれた住所への郵便も転居先不明で戻ってくるのにね。ここが地獄よ。戦うべき時に戦わなかったことを死ぬまで後悔する地獄。私はその地獄に娘まで引きずり込んでいる。いっそ誰かに殺されたい。お前はすでに殺された。亡霊なのだと宣告された。
Well, be careful what you wish for, Rosa.
地獄を這う。
My friendship. Oh!
そう。恋は戦うもの。
Why the sound effects scare me? I was looking over at the time. Oh man. Hold up, let me see what this is. I was checking out my phone, but I was curious how long of a delay there was in the chat. It's like a minute delay. Okay. Or at least when you all view it. But, oh yeah, yes, love is a fight.
勝って得るか負けて死ぬか。
でもどうか死を恐れないで。
なぜならそれは安らかな眠りだから。真に恐ろしいのは
Okay, good. They got them pearls on their necklaces right now.
勝てず、そして死ねもしなかった眠れぬ亡者たちの落ちる地獄。
その地獄に
What are you talking about?
恋の戦いは
About
戦い
love,
も
okay.
せず死ねもしなかったものに
Either win
恋
or
は
die.
当たって砕けろってわけだ。
Mm-hmm.
そういう討ち死にはせいせいするよな。
人を最も苛む毒薬は恋を腐らせて作るという
Made from rotting
その
love.
苦しみ
Huh.
はどのような悪趣味な地獄の拷問をも上回る。
I can see that. That makes sense. That makes sense. She said this as a warning to motivate her double and little sister, encouraging her to take on any trial no matter how severe.
わかります。
After all, when my desire to have Battler-san one day accept me wells up in my chest, I can feel the seed that resides there. Okay.
その種を芽吹かせるも死なせるも自由。でもそのまま胸の中で腐らせれば きっとその毒は
Heartbreak,
私を永遠に
rejection,
苛む。それこそが
longing for
我ら千
another
年の魔女を
man.
しても最も恐れる
Yeah, for 1,000-year
世
witches
界
too?
で
Yeah.
一番恐ろしい拷問
100% that's torturous. Like,
見届けよ、恋を愛を軽んじる者たちよ。このローザの地獄こそが
恋の種を芽吹かせる勇気を持てず
the
腐ら
courage
せた
to
る
make
者
the
が
seed of love
たどる
bud.
末
Yeah.
路
Mm-hmm.
その苦しみは
And
自
loud
分の
right.
手で
Okay, I
は
follow.
終わらせられ
I
ない。
follow. So. Huh? Just now. Was that a red light?
失礼しました。
Just now, I thought I saw something strange. Dang, I was wondering how this was gonna go. I knew it was gonna be like kind of quick, but yo, man. I wonder if I'm tired. It's probably just my imagination. Rest in peace. Rosa picked up her cup of cold tea. When she did, she saw a small red rose petal floating on the surface. Ah, Rose?
その
Man.
姿
She did, that's the thing is, she asked for it, like, she was like, yo, I wish I could just die and stuff. It's like, yo, well, you ask and you shall receive.
好んで横になられたのだと聞い
Sadly
ております
enough, but yeah. It wasn't a rose petal. It was a drop of blood that had fallen from Rosa's eyes. In an instant, Canada had beautifully and precisely cut just the single thread of Rosa's life. There was no wound on Rosa's body. There were only a few drops of blood that dripped down from her eyes. Her pain, her uncertainties, her worries were all gone now. Slowly, she collapsed onto the sofa and lay there. That had been one of her most blissful habits during the most blissful times of her life.
おやすみなさいませ。ローザ様、あなたの地獄は今
That ended.
終わりました。
Dang. Just like that. Cannon took a blanket out of the cupboard and gently covered Rosa with it. It would have looked to anyone as though Rosa was sleeping peacefully. Those demons had not exaggerated when speaking of love as a battle and a trial. In fact, although cruel, this could have been said to be an honest reflection of reality, in the sense that it made no attempt to hide the fact that to lose in love is to die.
これで僕のノルマは終わりだ。見届けたか。
Just like that?
悪魔ども。
Gosh, man. I'm about to say, ain't no way it was gonna be that easy. I was expecting that. What was this? She got back.
もママを殺したな
Maria? What? Out of the people, I didn't expect her to show up. I thought Rosa came back from the dead for a second. Oh, snap. One of the two great witches of marriage sorcery, Maria. Though she was all dressed in a princess, the power sleeping within her had impressed even Beatrice at the height of her strength. Really? In Maria's eyes, though Rosa was a black witch, she was also the vessel of the mother she couldn't help but love. Yeah. Her anger at having that stolen from her was near madness. Yo. Maria is gonna... Yo, Maria coming back from this action. Maria's attack was too emotional. Because of this, she didn't notice that Cannon had already disappeared in the span of a few short moments, and she released her barrage at what had become an empty space. Yo, Cannon, what are you gonna do, man? In the meantime, Cannon jumped from wall to wall around to Maria's back. Exactly, yo, he said I gotta defend myself, yo. I'm trying to die, man. For real. Sakutoro too? Yo, Cannon. He's like, the cuss? Heck are you? Ooh, he was that diplomatic immunity. Oh. Yo, Cannon. The red trailing sword that extended from Cannon's hand dissipated in an instant. He managed to make it reappear, but when he tried to use it on Maria and Sakutoro again, it vanished once more. Because of Sakutoro's power, he was unable to make either of them a target of his attacks. Oh, she's making that face. Sounds like volume is getting hype. Cannon just wanted to have a light, easy roulette. Yo, he had Rosa as the target. Not that easy. Maria finally noticed where Cannon was, and she slowly turned around. Cannon made the sword materialize yet again. But then it disappeared because of Sakutoro's diplomatic, immunity? What's that called? But no matter how often he tried, it kept fading out, like a flashlight with a bad battery. Dang. Yo, Maria actually saying she's about to kill them? Man. As Maria howled, the entire parlor was surrounded by a cube of red magic barriers. It was a locked room, symbolizing a barrier that Cannon could never escape. What are you gonna do, man? Yeah, not here. Not now. Cannon cursed his bad luck. Even though he had fulfilled his goal with the demons in the demon's trial, if he was killed here, he'd be dragged off of the game board. Ooh. Oh, she said, I'm gonna be nice about it though. Like, she is a witch too, so. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Ooh, who blocked it? Jessica? Like, did she show up or who else? Who's here? Shannon. Shannon said, I'll just take you out. Yo. Okay, makes sense, man. I was curious what her trial would have been then. She got the shield, so how is she gonna... Dang, mother and daughter have to be taken out. Maybe. But can they target you? Simply protect myself. Huh. Okay. A cylindrical magic barrier, yeah. Yo, I read that slow. A cylindrical red magical barrier surrounded Shannon as she stood in the center of the parlor. Its brightness and thickness grew, and its radius quickly expanded, filling up the room. Oh, so she's just going to do... Okay, that's interesting. That's kind of like what Renov did in episode 4, when he was fighting Jessica. It wasn't targeting Maria. Shannon was wielding his power to protect herself. So Sakutoro's power didn't make it disappear. At least I'm assuming that's what she was doing. Yeah. Y'all about to get squashed. By now the shield with Shannon at the center had covered up the entire room. Its power crushed Maria and sucked her into the corner of the room. Ironically, it was the locked room barrier Maria had set up to prevent Cannon from escaping that they were pressed against. And the two together had them completely trapped. Dang. Like this? Ouch, getting crushed? Yeah, a locked room. She's like, yeah, perfect for the wannabe detective through Erica. She accepting death. And sayonara. Ugh. Man. The entire room was filled with the red light of the shield. The output and the pressure were raised to their limits. Then crushed beneath the shield and their own locked room barrier, Maria and Sakusora lost their forms, scattered it into a spray of gold, and disappeared. Man, painful. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it definitely is fun seeing Maria fight in this Answers arc. Again, got karate. You can't beat karate. Oh man. I am liking Maria's screen time in this whole Answers arc so far, both last episode and this episode. Did she have much last episode? I think it was mainly this episode we're seeing. But... Some's the one who hasn't gone yet is Beatrice. Yeah.
Yeah, 本当にお見事だね。
Yo, facts. That's what I was thinking. I was like, wait a second, hold up. And then I was like, okay, yo, magical world. Because, that's what I mean. Like, when they said crushed, I was like, that sounds, like, morbid and just terrible. Crushing a child. Like, with a shield against the wall. Oh. Hey, where'd she go? Okay. Then who did she choose? Okay. By all means, let's see what Maria up to. I mean, Beatrice. Yeah. Oh, I thought that was clapping. It's the rain. Oh, man. Who's her target? I'd like to make a guess, but I don't know who. It is Natsuhi. I was going to guess, but... I was going to guess Natsuhi, but... Dang, Natsuhi have all the people? Dang, so... Dang, it's like all the women, actually. Kiri, Ava, Natsuhi, Rosa, Maria. Well, no, Natsuhi's not dead yet, but... Who did I count off? Hold up. I mean, I feel like I'm forgetting someone. They don't show them dead yet, right? Because the bodies haven't actually been found, so... The only people we've seen in the trials been killed is Ava? Yeah, Ava, Rosa, Maria, Kiri, and now it's Nazi, so... Yeah, that's almost all the girls here. Cross had instructed her to retire for the night, but she couldn't afford to lie around sleeping on an important day like this. However, she was aware that she was the type to get excited easily, and that this sometimes held her husband back. So, though she didn't like it one bit, there was no way around it. It was probably close to the time for the break to end and the family conference to begin once again in the dining hall. Her husband would have to protect the Ushiromiya family honor from his greedy siblings, all by himself. If she grew emotional by his side, she would just tie him down. Though she knew that quietly waiting here was the best way she could support him, that didn't make the waiting any easier. Yeah. Natsuki opened the drawer and took out the small box she kept her treasures in. And this was a secret box. Inside was everything from valuable items to mere odds and ends. Oh yeah, Anji. Okay, almost forgot. Anji's over here reading it aloud with feathering. However, they were all precious, memorable treasures in Natsuki's eyes. She pulled a small pouch out of the box. She emptied its contents into her palm. It was the kind of charm that her birth family had given her when she had married. It was a small mirror to ward off evil. Her face was reflected in the mirror. She wasn't as young as she once was. They actually talked about this mirror a couple episodes ago, if I recollect. Recently, she had begun to see a bit of her parents and grandparents in her own face. So when she stared at her reflection in the mirror like this, she felt as though her soul had returned to the side of her parents and the family that she had been born into. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Of course, her face in the mirror did not answer. However, Natsuki continued. All these people and questioning their love for another person, which makes sense considering that's been like a theme from the beginning. It's like the whole storyline. Like.
理屈では分かっているのに、そんな自分に惨めさを感じてしまうのです。辛いですね。愛ゆえに待つの。
A tear plopped onto the mirror. Old, dear memories of her life at her parents' house rose up inside her. Now was the time for her to follow her parents' example. When her father came home late, her mother would always sit up straight, waiting for him, prepared for him to arrive at any moment. She would always wait for him, kneeling in the entrance hall. And no matter how late he came home, she would always wake up all her children and line them up to greet him. Jeez, imagine you're over here sleeping, you're getting the best sleep, you get woken up to go say hi to someone who's coming home late. Like, at the time, I only thought of her as being exceptionally strict. But at this age, I finally understood how strong she was, persevering in her love for her beloved husband, even after being left alone in charge of the house. I don't know.
その夫への愛ゆえに、見知らぬ赤子を抱かされるのが許されなかったのですね。
That goes back to that child that was killed a while back. That baby. A sudden voice made Natsuki jump up and looked about the room. Play the song. When she did, there stood a Western lady wrapped in an extravagant dress. Natsuki was confused. There was no one like this in the mansion. However, though this was supposed to be her first time meeting this person, it felt as though she had seen her somewhere else before. Yup, family portrait. I'm trying to think. Has there been an episode where Natsuki has had it just chill? I feel like each episode she over here stressing on something, or just is unlucky with something. Her anger at the ruffian who has snuck her. Well, I mean, I guess in the end everyone's unlucky considering that they all die. But I mean, I feel like she just gets no breaks in no matter what episode. Her anger at the ruffian who snuck into her private room, and her confusion over the appearance of someone she didn't know caused her mind to go blank. So much so that it took quite a bit of time before she realized that this was the witch of the portrait.
あなたが19年前のあの日に 見知らぬ赤子を殺めたことに私は罪を問いません。何の話ですか？
You know what she's talking about. Bito had chosen Natsuki as her sacrifice. It's because of what Natsuki had done to Battler. Ooh. Bito didn't know much about the details of Battler's birth. However, after discovering the fragment from the previous game, she had learned that there was a chance that Battler was the baby that Natsuki had pushed off a cliff 19 years ago. As I stroke my beard. Although that was a blue wedge that Battler had used to protect Natsuki from being framed, Bito thought it might have been a confession from Battler himself. And if that was the case, to her, Natsuki was an enemy who probably forced Battler to live a painful life.
夫への愛ゆえに夫の血を引かぬ赤子を殺した罪を私は愛ゆえに問いません。何の話か分かりません。
Shoshi targeted her because she affected her father, as Beatrice used to say.
ここは私の部屋です。ならば私の愛ゆえにあなたを殺すこともまた。
Bito slowly stuck out her arms, and with both hands she squeezed the air in front of her. That squeeze tightened around Natsuki's throat. Yo, she's using the force. She said, Natsuki's heel lifted off the ground. Oh, she even lifting her up? Lifted off the ground, and a faint purple hand shape appeared around her throat. Natsuki frantically scratched at her throat, trying to stop whatever had strangled her. Was strangling her, but there was nothing there. To an outsider, it looked as though Natsuki was standing there, was standing on her shoes in anguish, scratching at her own throat.
愛し合う二人たちは皆決意を見せました。私バトラさんへの思いはそれに劣っているとは思いません。私が19年前のあなたの罪を咎めないように。
Yo. Facts. End of the day, that is so true. Like, at the end of the day, Ava would still be the person that she is. Man, both pairs of lovers have shown their determination. I don't think that I finished battle. As Natsuki twisted in agony, something she had been grasping fell from her grip. It rolled over to Bito, who dropped her gaze to see what it was. Facts. It wasn't Natsuki's spirit mirror. It was, a spirit. Oh yeah, the mirror. When Bito peered into it, there was a loud crack like a burst of electricity. That sound releasing Natsuki from the invisible hands, and Bito toppled backwards like a doll. Dang mirrors. Coughing, Natsuki tried to comprehend what was going on around her. Bito, whose head was still reeling and foggy as though she had hit it against something hard, slowly attempted to get to her feet. Is Natsuki about to fight back? Her eyes were bewildered, as though she didn't really understand what had happened. Yeah, she never felt that. But the mirror, yeah, it's true. Because, yeah, the spiderwebs didn't harm her, but the mirror did. Interesting there, okay. Huh. She had thought that only Bito, the elder, possessed non-human weak points, such as getting burned by spiderwebs and words and having her power sealed by spirit mirrors. However, for some reason, this spirit mirror alone could apparently affect her as well. Even though she couldn't understand what about the spirit mirror could have such an overpowering effect on her. But Natsuki was different. She instantly realized that the reason for this hesitation was of this unearthly being, this witch of the portrait, had to be the power of the mirror. Dang, Natsuki was smart with it. She said, "Oh, the mirror. Who am I reading for in this?" No one? So she rapidly crawled across the floor and picked up the mirror. Then she stuck it out so that Bito could see it. Bito still didn't fully understand what was happening, so still sitting down, she looked vacantly at it. And this time, both of them understood the situation completely. Bito realized that the mirror was working some hateful power against her, and Natsu realized that the spirit mirror had the power to repel witches.
お前が横島の魔女だからです。例年新たかなるこの霊境は邪悪な存在の全てを退けるのです。それを向けないで。
Not me. With the spirit mirror still held out, Natsu cautiously closed the gap between them. She was cautious so as to prevent the witch from suddenly lashing out and stealing the mirror, but she steadily moved forward to corner this evil.
あなたが何者なのかわかるのは、あなたは私を殺そうとしたこと、そしてこの霊境にひるむ邪悪な存在であるということです。退きなさい、邪悪め。
Be gone, evil one. Like, Bito didn't understand what was happening herself. She didn't know why she had to fear the spirit mirror. However, when she tried to look at the bright light let off by the spirit mirror, it pierced her eyes. She understood that she had to be afraid, even if she didn't understand why. By now, Bito realized that the spirit mirror was both terrifying and harmful. As it came close to her, she felt an increasingly strong burning sensation over her whole body, as though someone was approaching her with a hot iron. She couldn't even open her eyes because the spirit of the mirror's bright, painful glint.
元の世界へ退散なさい、横島なる者よ。この後ろ宮夏、邪悪に対して一歩たりともひるみはしません。
Okay, Nazi, I see you. It's no use. Why? Why is this musty mirror so? If I lose here, I'll be the only one to fail this trial. Imagine that. That would suck. Just like George-san and Shannon-san and Jessica-san and Karen-san are on ballot to see the value in me and treasure me. I've finally managed to admit that, so I can't fail now. Yeah, only you? Dang. Yeah, believe. The power of love. I love Battler-san. I want him to notice me. Notice me, Battler. And I want him to recognize and accept my feelings. Yo, fact. Oh, she even said father right here. My feelings for calling him father as I dedicated myself to him. Her dedication to father was that no one helps a parent. I expected something in return, and that helped me to come to terms with getting nothing back. It was a deception to fool myself with. I love Battler-san, and I want him to recognize that. I admit it. I won't hide from it any longer. I was born to love Battler-san, and to have him love me back. Hey, okay, that's determination. Also, we got that confession there, too? Trying to exercise her right here. She's a be gone, evil one, holding the mirror, like. Her determination had come too late. If she had possessed it since the beginning, she would probably have finished off Natsu on the spot without any hesitation. True, but she had wavered. It had taken some time to kill Natsu, and things had ended up like this. But now I'm resolved. I want to love Battler. I want him to love me. And she's determined. I was born for Battler's sake. Man, that's kind of... Oh. following a sound like a beetle banging off the walls in the room. The spirit mirror was knocked out of Natsu's outstretched hand. It fell onto the floor, and the stake flying around the room pierced through it with a crash. Hey, who is this right here? Which stake do we got? Okay, Lucifer. Hey, hey. Lucifer the Proud. Okay. Lucifer-san. Yeah. Yeah, don't let her scream out. The My Hero Academia reference right there. Now that the spirit mirror she had been relying on had smashed, and another strange demon had been added to the fold, Natsu could do nothing but run for it. However, if Natsu made a scene and people gathered, the anti-magic toxin would burn Bito. Now was Bito's last chance. Yep, last chance. You got Lucifer on your back. Prepare yourself. Be like Ike in Smash Bros. Prepare yourself. Once again, Bito choked the empty air. Okay, get back that forced choke. This time she wouldn't let her escape. She had to end Natsu's pain right away, for her sake if nothing else. But her strength wasn't enough. While scratching out her throat, Natsu fought to escape the room. Her shaking hands stretched out to the lock on the door. A locked room is one of the definitions that makes a witch. Even unlocking the door would strengthen the anti-magic toxin a little. Oh snap. Since Bito was at her limit within the locked room, if Natsu undid that lock, Bito's power would weaken immediately and Natsu would surely escape into the hallway. The strengths were matched. However, Natsu's began to surpass Bito's slightly. The power of the living to live is fundamentally stronger than the power of magic. Of course, Bito was mustering all her might. However, Natsu was just slightly stronger. Dang. Yo, Valor showed up, man. Dang, she was like, dang it, trying to trust in Beatrice, but Lucifer came in, had to do the final hit. Lucifer transformed into a stake, and like the time she had smashed Natsu's spirit mirror, flew violently around the room. Then she struck Natsu's forehead. Again with the forehead. Natsu crumped slowly. When Bito saw this, she also fell to her knees, breathing hard. Well, she summoned Lucifer, I believe so. Yeah, is that an exception, maybe? You know. Okay. Yeah, Balor showed up. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Bito hung her head apologetically. When he saw this, Balor scratched his head uncomfortably. Okay, getting some progress with this relationship here. Okay. Both of them feeling sorry. Yeah, get rid of that father there, man. Yep. Marla had always looked at the new Beatrice sternly. However, that was gone from his expressions now. Yeah, he was trying to force her to be like the old Bito when new Bito is not old Bito. like the logic right there, but exactly, there you go. You are yourself, yeah. Please just go Battler, do not call him father.
その呼び方がいいな。さすがにお父様は俺の趣味じゃねえぜ。
Bro said, I'm not into that kind of stuff. He said, until this point, she had hesitated just to say Battler's name at all. Even if she had known that Battler wanted her to say his name without honorifics, it would have been beyond her right now. And even if she had been able to call him that, doing so could have hurt Battler even more. However, now she was allowed to call Battler by his name. If you just looked into her eyes, there would be no need to describe just now just how happy this made her feel. Yeah, she's happy as heck. Bizarre game, no doubt.
いや、いい。そういう無軌道で何を始めるかわからないところも実にお前らしい。それにそのまあゲームの趣旨も聞いてる。二人一組で挑むのが正しいことになってるらしいな。
その通りです、バトラ卿。も
しも見事。我らの試練を勝ち残れた。
Oh, even Battler going to be in this now? Wait, hold up.
我らはあなたたち二人を祝福し、魔法の奇跡を授けましょう。
Okay.
こいつらがベアとの黄金蝶のブローチに力を与えてたらしい。だからその効果は保証済みってわけさ。俺とお前の腐れ縁ももう随分になる。たまにはこういう遊びがあってもいいだろうぜ。
Okay. He's down for it, looks like, so.
おや、聞いたかい、フルフル。バトラ卿も試練に参加するようだ。
It makes sense because we need 6 sacrifices, so I was curious how that final, how that final one would pop up, so. We've all known since the beginning, of course. Yeah, who are you going to choose?
俺の仕事はすでに終わってる。確認するといい。
Oh, you took care of it.
かしこまりました、バトラ
What
卿。
did you take care of?
さあ、フルフル、確認してこよう。
そうしましょう。でもゼバル、これで愛し合う6人はみんな試練を成し遂げてしまっ
It
た
appears so.
次はどうすればいいかしら。
6人の覚悟は本物だ。さらに次の試練で試すとしよう。
In the next trial, it's another one? The 2 noisy demons disappeared as soon as they had left to go check on the sacrifice Battler had killed. But it also seemed that they had done so in order not to bother Battler and Bito, who could finally look each other in the eye and talk. That's sweet. That's nice. Oh man, so we're not going to see who he sacrificed yet? Come on. Hold up. I think it's interesting so far. I'm curious about who he sacrificed. Who could he have sacrificed? I mean, if we're going to go the trend of all the women being killed, then I guess the next person on the list would be who? Kumasawa? if we're going by that trend. It's kind of messed up. Man. What do you think of the tale so far? When he suddenly asked this question, Anji immediately came to her senses. Then realizing that she had become immersed in this woman's tale, she felt a bit defeated and tried to look displeased.
愛の試練云々で巧みにごまかしてるけど、ちゃっかりと6人が死んで第一の番を構成してるわ。うまいものね。
ありゃ、本当だ。こいつは気づかなかった。
I almost forgot this dude was here. Amakusa clapped his hands as though he'd been outsmarted. Even though he'd figured it out before me, he played the fool.
愛し合う恋人たちの数がたまたま6人だっただけのこ それが第一の番とうまく合致したのは偶然
Half a coincidence and half design. Hold up, let me write something down. I had a thought in my head, and I don't want to forget it. Because I know later on I'm going to be mad. I have no pens. Ain't no way. Okay, found one. Okay.
その方が運命的で面白い。人間は無意味な2つの事象を無理やり関連付けようとする悪癖がある。それを運命的と読み解かせるのが読み物の騙しでしょ。
It's a trick of the books. Man. That does raise up some questions. Right there. He's trying painting a love story right here. He said we'll make it romantic this time. So, Okay, my fan below me is not helping.
お嬢はディスティニーとかミラクルとかそういうのに冷たいタイプらしいですね。
Destiny, miracles.
UFO と同じよ。誰もが知ってるけど、誰も見たことないものだわ。
That's really crazy because I was looking at a news article earlier and someone was talking about, the government announced that there's been more UFO sightings announced or something. I was like, what the heck? What's this?
そいつはクールな例えだ。
と、いつもの私なら、愛だの幻想だのは、ミステリーには不要な、無駄なシーンねとばっさり行きたいところだけど、それはおこのぎさんに否定されたわ。
Disagreed with that
そうい
way
う
of thinking.
愛のない見方だけでは真実に迫れないってね。
ああ、おこのぎの旦那の殺し文句ですかい？愛がなければ見えない。
Without love, it cannot be seen. Yep, I remember that phrase.
それそれ。人の家族を物語の中で勝手に殺すことに対する怒りは置いておいて、あえてこの物語を書いた八条先生に敬意を表して言うなら、その描写には意味があることになる。何しろ、これだけの文章量を割いて散々愛だの試練だの語ってる。
Yeah.
つまりこれがこの物語のテーマであり、キー
The
ワード
themes
だっ
and
て
keyword
こと
of
に
this
な
area.
る。
Yep. Love and trials. Exactly.
赤インク以外で書いた文字は全て読むに値しないとまで言い切る御人も多いというのに、光栄なるから人の子よ、黒い文字も読んでくれって。物語は
Yep,
書き手が何かを
gotta
伝え
read
るため
all
に
the
書かれ
letters
る。
regardless of the color.
そしてそれはどういうわけか、
Red,
直
black,
接書いたら
blue,
無粋という
gold.
奥ゆかしい面倒な作法がある。愛がなければ真実に至れない云々という描写はこれまでの作品にも品質するわ。それがこの新作ではさらに顕著。書き手が一番伝えたくて考えてほしいのはそれってことになるわ。
Interesting. Thinking about it, there have been many scenes about. Oh my gosh. Let me go back. Thinking about it, there have been many scenes about love since Bito first appeared. Even when she first appeared before Shannon, she spoke clear about how love was the single element of the world. Yeah, that's what I remember. That's what I said earlier. Like since way back, they've been talking about love. And the golden butterfly brooch she gave her was also an item for love. She said that she enjoyed sowing seeds of love and watching complications arise. Yep. And when Shannon stopped borrowing her power, the reason for her argument was also love. Stopped borrowing was also, yeah. Okay. After Bito's interactions with battlers started up in full, scenes about love were toned down for a while. But the without love, it cannot be seen definition of magic was mentioned repeatedly. Then, in the tale right before this one, where Bito had become like a doll, the scenes shown made it seem almost as though Battler and Bito accepted each other as adversaries, or possibly something more. In the end, Battler regained some kind of memory, and his impressions of Bito underwent a complete change. It did. And then there's this game. From the beginning and throughout the word love has been repeated over and over again.
あなたが書いた物語は愛が何度も繰り返される。
Yo, facts, yeah, no doubt about it. He was like, yo, don't pay attention to just red. There's other stuff there. Oh man, the tale you wrote keeps talking about
でも
love.
それはマリアお姉ちゃんの主張でも
Go
ベ
ahead.
アトリーチェの主張でもない。
Yo,
八条東野の主張だわ。
hey, the power of trash talk. I mean, to each their own. Oh man, the tale you wrote keeps talking about love. Oh yeah, I did read that. Wait,
そう
what?
です。
Wait, what's that last sentence? Oh, she said her name. I was like, it's the assertion of Hachijo Toya. Yep.
それこそが私が語りたいこと、そして私なりの答えなのです。
答えじゃあつまり12年前の事件は全ておかしな悪魔の愛の試練で引き起こされたと。
Or maybe the whole thing was just a trial of love.
バカバカしい。私はあんたの恋愛小説を読みにここまで来たんじゃないわ。
Well, I mean, there's a lot of romance going on, so
私が知りたいのはあんたが至ったと
romance with murder, magic, witches, and mystery. So, oh man.
愚かなるかな人の子よ、これだけ文章を割いてまだ伝わらないというのですか。
With an obviously condescending gaze, Hachijo shrugged. It was clear that she was trying to provoke Anji. She was probably hinting, if you can't stand talking with me, you can't get out. You can't get out. Perhaps even, if you're going to read my noble work and fail to understand it, what's more, not even try. You can't get out for that reason as well. Under normal circumstances, Anji already would have thrown a fit and left. However, Anji couldn't do that. Though she found it sickening that a stranger was playing around with her family's fates in these stories, after reading this far through her tale, she was growing increasingly certain of something new. Just as Hachicho's followers said, this tale really did have the same presence, the same scent in the tales written by Beatrice. The author was certainly different. However, the tale had the same scent because its author had arrived at the real truth. Your rom-com protagonist be like, oh, someone, their love interest or whatever, be over here flirting with them and stuff, hugging them and whatnot. They're like, oh, this is being friendly. Bruh. Like, Hachijo Toya was the one who reached Beatrice's truth. Or even when they got like a harem of like these different characters, and I'm just like, come on, man. Ain't no way they're just this dumb. Well, oh man. I didn't read that. Okay, Hachijo was the one who reached Beatrice's truth, an endless witch like Beatrice, who could add the endlessly stretching parallel worlds of the cat box. Okay. The cat box, interesting, yep. If one had reached Beatrice's truth...
新たな物語を紡げるでしょう。今回の原稿をもってきっと私以外にも真実に至るものが必ず現れる。
Appear and reach
その
truth,
もの
yeah.
もまた新たな物語を紡ぐ資格を得るのです。
どんどん無限の魔女が増えていくわ。
そう、そして何人もの無限の魔女たちがベアトリーチェの猫箱の物語を増やしていく。増えれば増えるほどまた新たに真実に至るものが現れる。そうすることで一番最初の無限の魔女ベアトリーチェがあれだけの枚数の手紙に物語を記してボトルに詰めて海に投じた労力が初めて報われるのです。あなたは私に怒りの言葉をぶつけ席を立つこともできた。しかしそれをしませんでした。なぜ？
悔しいけれど、あんたの物語の中に何かの真相、もしくはヒントがあることを認めつつあるからよ。
I already have my own ideas. However, that's no more than looking with a single eye. Yep, you got both eyes open. Unless I accept a different viewpoint from my own and look at things from more than one angle, I'll never be able to reach the truth in 3 dimensions. That's my interpretation of Without love, it cannot be seen.
それでよい人の子よ、後ろ宮家の最後の生き残りであるあなたが真実に至り、無限の魔女になることを運命も待ち望んでいるでしょう。私という存在など、あなたという真の継承者を覚醒させるためのただの道しるべに過ぎないのだから。エンジェル、
Okay.
ベアトリーチ。
Sometimes I have no idea what she's saying, but I'm positive she knows something. And maybe she actually has reached the truth that she claims. To summarize, I couldn't understand the truth from just the 2 message bottles Beatrice left behind. And since then, I've been reading tale after tale of hints.
これはヒントという名の挑戦であり、挑発なわけだわ。
Yo, what up, Rudolph?
いかにも上等じゃない。あんたがたどり着いたという真実を私も掴み取ってやるわ。
Perfect, I find this.
やはり私はここに訪れるべきだったんだわ。その通り、未だ至れぬから私が招いたのです。人
Let the truth I see and the truth you see overlap. Just as you see things with a single eye, so do I. I see. And now that I've found you for the first time, I too will be able to see the truth with both eyes. It's a little like, okay. Now that I see you. What's up, Frudo?
ようやく
Erica.
第一の番が起こりましたね。
Azurjir. Yep.
つくづく眠い
Bum,
展
bum,
開で
bum,
した。
bum, bum.
片目に目やにがついてるぜ。
Yo, that song was kind of bumping there for a second.
どこに？
Oh yeah, we haven't had seen these two interact that much this chapter
いい加減なこと言わないでください。
episode. That was immature.
お望み通り始めるぜ。
Yeah, let's get started.
第一の番だ。
Okay, first Twilight. Crack the screen. Yeah, I knew you were gonna do that. You weren't gonna get me today. Let me not jinx the game. The game be like, yo, we're gonna get him later on. Oh man. Visiting the crime scenes. Ooh, scenes, plural. Interesting. Well, yeah, it's the first Twilight, so 6 people, different scenes. Erica was dozing off on the bed, so when a knock sounded on the door, it took some time before she noticed. She looked at the clock and saw that not much time had passed since she had lain down.
はい、どちら様ですか？こんな時間に探偵の部屋をノックするからには相応の理由はあるんですよね。そうだ。今回のゲームを始める前に一つ宣言があります。
Oh, what? What's up?
例の探偵宣言とやらか。好きにするがいいぜ。
Was she doing like her proclamation
そ
thing?
の逆です。
Oh,
勝負のレートを上げようということ
raise
で
the
す。
stakes. What do you mean?
勝負のレートとは？
What does she have in mind? Oh boy, I forgot about these two. Lambda Delta and Birkenstock, yep.
簡単な話。
They said raise the stakes.
前回のゲームはバトルが1本取ったわ。だから今回エリカが1本を取ってもイーブンにしかな
We're
らない。
only even. Oh yeah, I mean that's true.
前回のゲームは引き分けだったのでは？勝って当たり前のゲームを落としたのよ。あんなの負けでなくてなんだというのよ。ねえ、エリカ。
Yeah, Erica, that was a loss, right?
若主。私が
Yo.
無様を晒さなければ勝てて当然のゲームでした。ははー、なるほど。つまり今回わざと探偵宣言を出さないことでわざと不利に戦い、それでも勝ってみせちゃって前回の負けを帳消しどころか大逆転にしようって魂胆ね。
Okay. Yeah.
バトラさんの渾身のゲームにそんなおかしなハンデをつけて戦うなんて身の程知らず以前に失礼です。
Ooh, she said that's rude. Disrespectful.
むしろ負けた時の言い訳にするための保険にすら聞こえるぜ。
Okay, I see where they're coming from with it. Okay.
確かにそういう見方もあるわね。勝てば大勝利。でも負ければ言い訳可能なんてちょっとエリカ側に
That's
虫
a
がいい
nice
話
excuse,
だわ。
yeah?
大丈夫よ。ちゃんとかけるものは公平だわ。
Uh-huh, how
今回
so?
のゲー
Like,
ムに探偵宣言なしの人間で勝てればバトラたちの魔女幻想は粉々の再起不能。
pick up the
でも
pieces of
逆
the
にエリカが負けるようならこのゴミくず探偵は忘却の深淵に
in the worst possible fragment. Yo, I don't even want to know what that's like. She has no choice. She has to try her best. Jeez, balanced, right? I think it's fair. Man, she was thrown into the worst fragment.
自身の破滅をかけてるわけ。私はかつてのベアトとあんたのゲームみたいにダラダラとぬるいゲームを繰り返されちゃもう退屈なわけだから勝負のレートを上げて一気に勝負をさせるわけ。
まあ確かにそうね。今回のゲームをバトラが通しちゃったらベアとのゲームにバトラが勝利したことになりゲームは終了してしまう。ある意味逃すことのできない決戦だものね。
言い分は分かった。
Okay.
エリカはそれでいいのか？
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you lose. It's not good for you.
前回の敗北で失ったあるジオ
Okay,
の
but
信
she
頼
wants
の
to
取り
regain
戻
her
すために
trust. Gio.
私は自分の破滅すらもかけるのです。
Magical
お
golden
前の
shell.
意志。
Yo, golden. That'd be his. He would love that. He would definitely love that.
どうしたの？エリカ
He gets to make any food he
答
wants.
えてあげなさい。
As a magical girl too.
当然です。私の意志です。
Oh man. Or just magical. I say magical girl. As a magic.
探偵宣言なんかなくても
Just using magic. Oh
あ
my
んたを
gosh.
必ず打ち破ってみせ
That's
ま
what you
す。
mean, though. Okay.
バトラさん。
Hold up. Okay. What was that? What are they saying? Okay. Is that of your own will? Interesting. She didn't even know answer. What's wrong, Erica? Answer him. Obviously, it's my own will. I'll not lose. Even without the deck proclamation. You don't sound that confident there, but...
お
Alright.
前がそうしたいというなら、その勝負を受けてやる。
Well, let's see how Erica does without using
受けたことを
detective
必ず
proclamation.
後悔させてやりますから。
For the whole game? Man.
思えばバトラだって人間側だった時はずっと探偵権限なんて便利な力は
Exactly, he never had that, so you're
許さ
basically
れ
in
た
his
のは
position now.
青き真実と
Only
復讐要
blue
求だ
shoes
け。
and repetitive, okay. So the same rules would be given to her?
ある意味前回のゲームの方がアンフェアだったわけだわ。
Ooh.
それで勝ちを落とすのだからそれは負けと全く同じ。
Okay, I see where they're coming from with that. They're like, yo, you got lucky with that.
お前が探偵宣
But they
言を
put
し
it like that,
い
like,
つでもすればいい。今はそれを保留していると理解しておく。
誰が
but she won't do
宣言なんか
that.
するもんですか。
Mm-hmm.
あんた程度の相手に。
Ooh, opponent as weak as you.
で
You
は
mean
始め
who
なさい。
you lost last time? To?
私
Like,
の退屈はもう始まっているわ。お任せを我が主。必ずや魔女幻想を打ち破ってご覧に入れます。
okay. Okay, George and Zexo were knocking on Erica's door. They're asking whether Battler and Maria had come to this room. Of course they hadn't.
ずいぶん前に下に飲み物を取りに行くと言って降りたきり戻らないんだ。
Oh, a good while ago. Okay. What's the time right now? It didn't show me the actual time, right? Oh, it does. Okay, Sunday morning, 1 a.m. Or is that 1 afternoon? No, it's 1 a.m. because it would be 1300 hours.
ひょっと
Okay.
してエリカちゃんの部屋に来てるかなと思ってね。
来るわけないです。屋敷にでも行ったんじゃないですか。
屋敷の使用人室や食堂に電話してるんだけど誰も出なくて。
So we know what's going on with Maria. So that means Ballard did himself? Oh, you know she's hyped. She's like, "Yep, it's going
私
down."
はちょっと屋敷の様子を見てきます。
あ、危ないよこんな時間に。
Then come
この
with.
閉鎖された島に不審者がいるはずもないじゃないですか。いとこ部屋とやらにいてください。何かあったら連絡しますから。ゲストハウスの使用人室の人たちにもゲストハウスを出ないように伝えてください。では。
ちょっとエリカさん。
変わった子だね。
I was speaking her mind, and I listened to anything else. Erica dashed down the stairs and rushed outside. She's getting hype. She's ready to solve this mystery.
夜が明けてから発覚がパターンでしたが、今回は即勝負できましたか。ゲストハウスで事件が起きていないとなると、惨劇の舞台の屋敷
Is in the mansion. Though she had an umbrella up, Erica got drenched as she sprinted. She brashly licked the raindrops that dripped down her face. Erica was now at her most energetic. Licking raindrops. I don't think I've ever done that in my life. That's on recollect. According to her memory of the previous game, the entrance to the mansion would be locked at the same time the family conference started. However, the lock was undone this time. Had someone unlocked it, or had the lock not been set? Or had it not been possible to set the lock?
考えても無駄ですね。そんなゲームマスターの気まぐれかもしれませんから。
As soon as she entered the entrance hall, the door to the parlor opened violently. Out of it flew Goda's large body.
こんばんは。
Okay, Goda, you're alive. Well, you know that.
警察、救急
Oh,
車を。
yep, he found the bodies. Whoa! Like, that expression really was wonderfully pathetic. Just fitting for the first one to discover the crime.
どうか落ち着いてください。
Yeah, relax, Goda, relax. It's just a dead body. Or bodies. Psych, I'll be freaking out a little bit too. Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to ever know. Cross and Rudolph's yells could be heard from the parlor. Cross and Rudolph, okay. Their shaken appearance perfectly signified the arrival of the first twilight. Yep, it's actually, when we put into perspective too, they tried to get me with that. That means each of the victims lost a lover. I mean, that goes back to the whole love trials to begin with. For them to gain love, they get rid of someone else's. Man.
小休止に出た人間が
Like, something I knew, but I don't know, them actually going through it now, it's like...
扉が内から閉ざされて開かなかった。後にわかるが、客間内の帽子掛けが観音開きの扉に内側から缶抜きにされていた。
Okay. Those who left to take a break didn't come back, so the adults went to the parlor. When they did, the door was sealed from the inside, and they couldn't open it. As they would learn later, that sun hat stand in the parlor had been used to bar...
扉は内から閉ざされ、そして窓も内側から施錠と言いたいわけですね。
Wait, hold on, I'm trying to visualize this. So those who left the break didn't come back. Okay, because they're having a break from the conference. Okay. The parlor door was locked from the inside. The hat stand in the parlor had used. Okay. So you're saying that the door was blocked on the inside and.
そういうことだ。
Okay.
外に回り、窓から客間内を見たところ、ローザがソファーに不自然な格好で横になり、額から血を流しているのが見えた。そこでガラスを割って客間に入り、他にマリアも壁際に血まみれで倒れているのを発見した。
Oh wait, hold up, wait. Yo, I read. Wait, when they went around and looked at Sparrow through the window, they saw Rosa lying on the sofa. Yep, because Rosa's dead on the sofa with blood pouring from her forehead. Then they smashed the glass into the parlor and discovered that Maria was also there, lying on the wall and covered in blood. Man, just covered in blood. Like.
それは大騒ぎですね。他の現場は？
エリカが屋敷に入った時、玄関が施錠されていなかったのは、この客間を外から確認するために。
Yep, that's why it's unlocked. Yep,
その直前までは施錠されていたため、他にも姿を消した人間たちが。
So that means it was locked prior to them finding the bodies. Okay. They thought that. Okay.
大人たちは今、屋敷中を探し回っている。
先ほど長々と見せていただいたゲロカス妄想での犠牲者と死んだ場所は実際にも同じですか？
同じだ。
客間にはローザとマリア、それから夏日が自室で、キリエがクラウスの書斎。
Yeah. Kiri was in Cross's study.
エヴァ
Yeah.
はバラ庭園。貴賓室に移動させたんでしたっけ？
そうだ。エヴァの遺体は貴賓室で見つかる。
Yeah.
これで犠牲者5人ですね。おや、第一の番には1人足りない。6人目は誰でどこです？
Oh snap. Oh. Yep, locked room. And that connects to the first person. Yeah. That whole thing. Okay. I'm following stuff.
切断しろい。犯人が隠れてるかもしれねえ。ゴード、やる。
Nope, you're about to find something else, Rudolph. R.I.P. Rudolph and Cross had brought rifles from Kinzo's prized collection. Yeah, go to the carrying. Yeah, okay. Victims had been found, one after another, at several locations inside the mansion. The men who had lost their wives searched through the mansion in a rage looking for the call. Oh yeah, they were out for blood also. It was a guest room. It had previously been a room where the relatives would stay, but it hadn't been used much since the construction of the guest house. This forgotten room was locked from the inside by the chain. Okay. As soon as the chain was cut, Rudolph pushed Goda aside and flew into the room.
誰が嫌がる。出てきやがれ。ベッドに誰かいるぞ。兄貴、明かりよ。
Crash puts the switch on the wall. The guest room lit up, and the figure lying on the bed came into view. Oh man. Yep. I had a feeling that was the case. Dang, but how did he die then?
お前、どうして？
Well, we know other him through the magic did the trial with him, so... But, okay. Rudolph crumpled to his knees and fell into Balor's body. Man. I'm MC dead. Yo, no words could console him as he cried with a mad sorrow. In a single night, he had lost both his wife and his son. During this time, Cross checked the window locks in the bathroom and searched the closet to find if anyone was hiding there, but he found no one. Dang. This is another locked room. Go to like what? It's like what? Oh no. Filled with locked rooms this time.
ローザ親子の客間、そしてこのバトラ君の客室、すべてが密室ということではないか。わけがわからん。まさか自殺だとでも言うのか。そんなことあるもんか。これがどう自殺だってんだ。バトラー。
おや、これは意外でした。まさか6人目はあなた自身とは。
たまには自分殺しも面白いもんさ。
Oh, that was kind of dark right there. What the heck?
そして、すべての現場はいずれも密室です。
Yep, all of them are locked rooms.
魔法以外では成し得ない殺人です。
I'm assuming his locked room has been that scene that we've gone back to here and there from the first scene in the beginning, and we've seen here and there. So,
すなわち魔法以外で成し得なければならない殺人というわけです。だって本当に魔法でしかできなかったら、それってゲームが成立しませんから。
In the name of love. So romantic. Killing yourself. Like, what?
なるほど。確かに俺たちのゲームはそういうゲームだ。
Okay, good. The game's fair. The goal is to explain, without magic, the strange crimes that the opposing side claims to have carried out using magic. If that couldn't be done, it wouldn't be a game. In other words, just as Erica said, it has to be possible to perform the murders without magic. To view from the opposite angle, the witch side has a certain responsibility. To make sure... Oh. Okay, let me close this. They have to make a crime that can be reproduced with tricks and not magic. As long as the human side can't figure out those tricks, the witch's side can use all kinds of magic and illusions. In other words, in order to carry out a locked room murder with magic, it is necessary to create a crime that is possible to carry out by human hand. Yeah. Yeah.
今ならわかるわ。セールチーヤでムカつくクラスメートたちを殺せと7姉妹に命じたとき、どうして彼女らにそれができなかったか、そしてマモンが言った意味が今ならわかるわ。魔法は自らの手で成し遂げられることしかできないということか。
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I was like, wait, what you talking about for a second? Okay. At that time, if I had possessed the determination to kill my classmates, no, that's not it. At that time, if I had been capable of killing my classmates, capable of going through with it, then Seven Sisters of Purgatory would probably have pulled it off for me. They could only accomplish what I could do myself. No, that's not it either. They could take what I had accomplished and turned it into magic. Take what I do and then make it into magic. Of course, there were a great number of witnesses. Let me actually write it down that way, because actually, I get it, but... Of course, were a great number of witnesses in that classroom, so that they would probably have been impossible. Maria Onechan would call it being burned by the anti-magic toxin. Yep, makes sense. However, if I had called those classmates out somewhere without witnesses and carried out murder myself, that would be... Wait, so when they were over here bullying her in the class, in that one scene where she's calling the Seven Sisters to kill them, there are other people in that room too? That just makes it even more sad. I thought she was in the room just by herself with those other classmates bothering her. But dang, that's... St. Lucie Academy, y'all. Best school ever. That would be when the Seven Sisters of Purgatory would carry out a magical murder.
魔女は魔法をもってしても自らにできないことをできない。自らにできることのみ魔法で装飾できる。
Possible for them.
面白きかな。魔法を使わずして成し遂げる者が魔法を語り
魔女を名乗るのだから。このエリカとやらはそれを初めから理解している。だから絶対に魔女に屈しない。絶対にトリックで説明できるという信念を持ってる。かつてのバトラにはそれがなかったから、これまでああも翻弄されてきたというわけだ。このルールを見破られたら魔女に勝ち目はなくなるわ。だからそれを見破られる前に相手を屈服させなくちゃいけない。長引けば長引くほど、そしてヒントを与えれば与えるほど、魔女は圧倒的に不利になっていく。
Once again, my thoughts are spinning in circles. Why did Bita prolong this game until she lost? Many victims had been found, and the mansion was still wrapped in chaos. The Yoshi's group seemed to have gone to the guest house worrying about the safety of the kids there. Cross and Rudolph were in the hall talking about what should be done next. Yeah, we have an interesting group here of survivors. During a short gap in this chaos, Erica dashed all about the mansion. Man. Okay, I follow. Yo, I had to read that like 3 times. I was like, wait, what? Okay. She was checking the crime scenes. Okay, yeah, Erica's checking the crime scenes. Okay. Observation. Normally with the detective's authority, Erica had the right to openly investigate the crime scenes to her heart's content. However, this time she hadn't yet invoked that authority. Because of that, and with her being a guest and an outsider, there was little to no chance that she would be allowed to investigate. So she was forced to quickly check all the crime scenes now, while she could still run about as she pleased. And then she has a photographic memory too. In the servant room, there had been a clear folder containing a plan of the mansion's interior, but she had borrowed that she knew the location of every room in the mansion. Erica efficiently made her way through the mansion, dashing into each crime scene in turn. Hey, Eleanor, what's up? Desu? Death?
はい、何です？
Hey, what's up?
エリカ卿は確かに写真並みの驚くべき記憶力をお持ちです。それは探偵権限と組み合わせることで何者にも欺かれぬものとなり得ました。
ああ、分かってます。探偵宣言をしていない私は写真並みの記憶力を持っていても欺かれない保証はないってわけですね。
Yeah, true.
もちろん理解していますとも。
Can't completely rely on that, even though it's pretty good, but
直接視認しないわけにはいきませんから。前回のゲームではそこに慢心し、悔やみきれぬ失態を犯しましたから。
極論、今のエリカ卿はどれほど研修をしようとも死んだふりを見破れない可能性が常に残るということです。すべての状況を個別に確定させるためにもバトラに復唱要求をする必要があるでしょう。
Yeah, repetition requests, yeah, those are helpful.
ために青き真実を駆使しなくてはなりませんね。分かってます。
I like how we are going about this that way.
探偵権限などなくてもハンデにはなりません。かつてのバトラと同じ条件で戦っているだけなんですから。
Yeah, as Valor once was, yeah. Yes, this fight is retracting the old days when Battler and Bito faced off against each other, yeah. I have no conveniences such as a detective's authority. I truly do have to fight the same way the old Battler fought. Thinking of it this way, it may be true that I was very blessed, unfair position last game, just as my master said. No doubt about it. It may be difficult without the detective's authority, which also holds my honor as a detective. But I won't let that be a handicap. I know what magic is, and I'm fully aware of how to fight with the red and blue truths. I know the way to fight in this game many times better than the old battler did. Okay, she's confident in herself. I quickly visited the VIP room, across the study and Natsu's room on the second floor, as well as the parlor and the guest room on the first floor. It's a parlor and guest room on the first floor, and the VIP room, cross study, and Natsu's room is on the second floor. This time checking with my own eyes I had neglected to do in the last game. First off, all the scenes were made to look like locked rooms. Probably of special note is the fact that the master keys had no relation to the tricks of this time. The locked rooms were all constructed without relying on any elements that could be locked or unlocked from the outside by a master key or something else. Yep. Get rid of those master keys, so master keys are an element that could be, yeah. The windows were locked from the inside and the doors were all locked and chained. The master key can get around all the locks on the door, but the window locks and the chain locks are more troublesome than they may appear. Yep, exactly. I haven't used a repetition request to get confirmation that it's impossible to manipulate them from the outside, but I'm sure he'll be able to say it in red. It'd be stupid otherwise. So she's not going to ask? But she said, like you said, it'd be stupid otherwise. Yep, you're a mere human. Last time I neglected to check the bodies and let a massive piece of magic get by me. Oh my gosh, yo, this thing falling down scared the heck out of me. I won't feel like that again. If I let that happen one more time, I won't be able to face the master I'm so indebted to. Yeah, I like the song. Yep, okay, our rooms employ window locks and chain locks. Exception is the parlor. Yeah, because it was what, the coat thing that fell down on the door? Yeah, barred with a hat stand. Yeah. Hat stand.
実質的にチェーンロックと同様の内側のみより施錠可能と思われるものなりや。マスターキーによる解釈を完全に封じた密室を構成するためでしょう。客間の性格上、チェーンロックがないため、他の何かで代用することも自然です。
That makes sense, yeah.
ならどうしてチェーンロックのある他の部屋を密室に選ばなかったかが興味深いですね。バトラが死んでいた客室は他にも数室あって同じような構造をしてたわけですよね。はい、そうです。ならそこに閉じ込めれば全員チェーンロックの密室ということでより美しかったはずなのにそれをしなかった。どうもこの客間の帽子掛けのファン抜きとやらがうさんくさいです。
It would have been more aesthetically pleasing to lock them in there so that everyone. Okay.
副賞要求でよく追求するべきでしょうね。
Man. My eyes bothering me. Like.
ですが、前回の首がバッサリ。
Okay, wait, in that case, it would have been more aesthetically pleasing to lock them in there. Everyone would be locked inside a room by a chain. He did not. Okay, I follow what she's talking about.
権限がなくとも絶対の死亡を確認できるようなものはありましたか？
No, there wasn't this time around. Of course, she had checked out all the corpses of the crime scenes this time. However, without Tex's authority, she had no guarantee that she would be able to see through any fake deaths with certainty. The old battler had also started fighting by doubting whether the victims were truly dead. It was the same for Erica.
近景、慎んで申し上げる。絶対の死を物理的に確認できる遺体はないと知りたまえ。
近景、慎んで申し上げたてまつる。いずれの遺体も装飾された偽装死の可能性を否定できぬものなり。ま、死亡確定の復唱要求をしたところでバトラが簡単に答えてくれるとも思いませんが。やれやれ。 私はベアとの時の6連鎖密室の方が面白かったけど、でもマスターキーが一切通用しないという意味においては密室の完成度は今回の方が上ね。
バトラが狙ってくる密室破りはおおむね2つ。密室
Too
錯
general.
覚
It's
と
okay.
事件錯覚。
An illusion of a locked room or an illusion of a
この
crime.
どちらかね。
密室錯覚はわかるわ。一見密室に見えて実はそうじゃないってことでしょ。事件錯覚ってのは何？
But actually isn't.
事件が起こったと錯覚することよ。つまり本当に死んでいるのかどうかということ。
Oh, they really did. Yeah, question of the death. Huh.
いくら密室でも中の人が生きてたらそんなのただのトイレでおしっこしてるのと同
Yeah,
じ
I
だ
put
わ。
it that way. Yeah.
でも今回の密室殺人
Just taking a pee.
ぶっちゃけそれが回答だとしか思えないのよね。
チェーンロックを外側から細工する無限の可能性は。
The chain lock from outside.
隠し扉の有無、遠隔殺人の有無、あるいは自殺の可能性だって。そもそも密室が成立しているのかさえわからないというのに。
私はバトラのゲーム版裏から見てるから知ってるけど、これは完璧な密室よ。
Perfect locked rooms.
密室は内部からのみ構築
From
さ
the
れ、
inside, only from the
外部からは
inside.
構築も解除も干渉も一切できない。
What do you do from the outside? Okay, interesting.
赤で言える？
Because the only. Okay.
さすがにそれはバトラに悪いから遠慮するわ。ベルンが私を愛してるんだったら私の発言も赤き真実で見えるはずよ。
なら密室は完璧。つまりこれは
According to her, it's perfect locked rooms right there. Huh.
そうなるわね。だとしたらこれは全部狂言密室だわ。大方エリカがあまりに空気読めずに探偵探偵と騒ぐものだから後ろ宮家みんなで結託して狂言殺人を披露してからかってみたってことじゃない？
That'd be hilarious. Yo, they got so upset with her, they created this whole thing to troll her. Yo.
あら、これ正解。
It's a prank, bro.
私ってば超名探偵。
Maybe another fragment. You know, another reality.
これは狂言じゃないのよ。犠牲者はきっちり殺されてるわ。
They're dead.
2日目の24時の時点でと
Kill
かじゃなくて
them dead.
探偵宣言を出してこそいないけど、彼女の検視は極めて正確よ。
Okay.
私が赤き真実を与えられるくらいにね。
Okay.
それで
Wait, she said I could almost give her examinations the red truth.
エリカ
Okay.
の検視時に間違いなく死亡してたってことになるの？
そうよ。それはもうがっつりと。
でも、赤き真実では言ってあげないのね。
She won't.
エリカはその赤が喉から手が出るほど欲しいだ
she
ろうに。
she wants that confirmation.
だって今回のあいつ、探偵でさえないもの。赤き真実なんてあげないわ。
しかしとなるとすごいじゃない。バトラの今回のこれ完璧な密室殺人だわ。
あら、そうなるわ。
エリカ大丈夫？一見普通の密室殺人だけど地味にかなりヤバい密室だわこれ。
This one's secretly pretty
探偵
nasty.
権限さえないエリカにはちょっと荷が重いんじゃない？
自称名探偵だもの。きっとエリカはやってくれるわ。探偵ですらない人間風情に打ち破られたら、バトラもベアとも最高にざまあないくらいに粉々でしょ。
それ
But for
に
real.
万一エリカが負けても最悪のかけらにぶち込んで忘却のシーン
Either way, they get to be entertained. They get to see Bala and Bito fall into despair and whatnot. If not, Erica gets thrown into this terrible fragment.
そういうこと。私たちはどっちに転んでも退屈しないわ。
あんたってば本当に血も涙もないわね。ま、そんな黒猫を雑巾のように絞って一 滴々滴る雫を舐める時が私の至福なわけだけど。
ベアとのゲーム版でも散々遊ばせてもらってるけど、もう
But
何も
yeah,
出てきやしないくらいに絞り尽くしたわ。
you said yeah.
このゲ
Not
ー
from
ムは
that.
これでおしまいなのよ。だから最後にふさわしくエリカ、バトラ、互いの破滅をかけた一騎打ち。
And one final face-off. Okay. Really? Okay.
ちえ、このゲームで無限にあんたと遊ぼうと思ったの
Oh, we have 2 more episodes after this, so
ダメだわ。
I don't
と
know.
んでもない。十分にあんたに付き合わされたわよ。また面白そうなゲーム版を見つけてらっしゃい。そしたらまた遊んであげる。
She said only if you get another Game Boy.
本当にあんたは私を飽きさせないわ。それでいいのよ、ベルンカステル。
Yo, these two are just
そんなあ
wild,
んたの
man.
表情を苦悶に歪めることだけが私が覚えてしまった唯一の禁断の蜜なのだから。
What am I listening to? Okay. Limbital had guaranteed that it was a perfect locked room. Bronson had guaranteed that it was a perfect murder. A perfect locked room murder. The witches, they did in quotations, the witches hated to be a killjoy, so they wouldn't yet say anything with the red truth. Wouldn't yet say anything, yeah. Pursuing that would be the role of Battler and Erica, yep. Those two have that role to do that, so it makes complete
随
sense.
分ドタバタと現場巡りをしたようだな。十分か？現場検証は。
十分です。さて、私とあなたの赤と青の論争バトルですが、早速始めますか？それとも最後にまとめて？
Oh?
お預けは俺の性分じゃねえな。それ
Okay.
はお前もだろうぜ。
なら、早速この第1の番の密室に切り込ませていただきます。その前に確認です。
Okay, so some questions right here.
に応じるおつもりは？
内容によるぜ。
He said, hey, it depends. I have to answer everything. Makes sense. Same thing that... Okay. Same thing that Beatrice did. She's like, yo, I won't answer everything, so...
ドラノール、読み上げてください。
Okay. She said Delanor to read it out
了
loud.
解です。以下の復唱を要求します。
Delanor unfurled the kind of scroll often depicted in Western fairy tales when the... Yo, so you got a whole scroll? Oh, that's not the part I like.
一つ。6人の部屋は
So
す
the
べて
piano
密
keeps going.
室である。
Yeah. Okay.
認める。
Oh wait, what was that? Let me pay attention to this. I think I'll be playing this music. Okay, the first room with the 6 people in them are all locked rooms. Yep, it's all locked rooms.
も
Okay.
ちろん。ゴーダたちがチェーンを切断するなどして密室を破るまでの話だが。
So, yeah. So wait, so all of them are locked rooms. Hold up, all 6 are locked rooms. So, I know Ava. Wait, hold up. I'm trying to make sure. Wait.
一つ。
Don't stop. No. Hold on, let me go to the characters for a second because they did update this. Where is? Because I know Ava was killed outside, right? Yeah, it's in the VIP room. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's where her body is. But okay, I follow. Another locked room. They said that earlier, yeah. And a nod from Delanor, Cornelia, and who stood behind her, started taking notes.
一つ。密室の定義とは外部より構築不可能であること。
What was the first thing they said in red? Or first thing she asked? First, the room and 6 people are all locked rooms. Okay. Second, definition of locked room implies that impossible.
認める。
Okay.
つまり、
Impossible from the outside, meaning it was done on the
密室を
inside.
構築できないということ。チェーンロックを外部より細い針金などで器用にかけ直したなどは認められないということです。
Okay.
言われるまでもありません。ドラノール、続けてください。
一つ。密室の定義とは内外を横断する一切の干渉が断絶されていることを指す。
All interference between inside and outside of room are prevented.
認める。ただし ノックや声、内線電話など一般的な部屋で想定できる干渉方法を否定はしない。
I won't rule out the kinds of interferences that you'd accept from a normal room. Okay.
一つ、密室破壊時、室内には犠牲者、夏日、エヴァ、キリエ、ローザ、マリア、バトラ以外存在しない。
At the time of the breaking of the locked rooms,
認める。
this was to check that the murderer hadn't been hiding inside the locked room. So, at the time of the breaking of the locked rooms, none existed within the rooms. Okay. Interesting. To check that the murderer had not been hiding inside the locked room. If the discoverers departed the scenes after becoming aware of the locked murder, and then the culprit slipped out from the room after that, it would have been possible to construct an illusion of a locked room. Yup. Because Battle had acknowledged their statement with the red truth, this possibility that the culprit and the victim had both been inside the locked room at the time of the crime, following which the culprit had hid under the bed and snuck out the discovery of the crime, had now been eliminated. Okay. I was wondering about that. So that's been eliminated too.
一つ、密室破壊時以降に殺人は行われていない。
No murder was committed after the breaking of the locked rooms. Okay.
拒否する。
Interesting.
なぜです？実は密室を破った時点では犠牲者たちが生きてたからですか？そして、実は押し入ったクラウスたちが犯人で、そこで殺人を行った。
Wait, go back. I had something else to say about that, but wait. Fifth, no murder was committed after the breaking of the locked rooms. Meaning that a murder was committed, or possibly was committed after the breaking of the locked room.
すなわち密室誤殺人だから。これが真相だからですか？
Oh?
いいえ、違います。まだ殺人は続くのですから、これ以降に殺人が行われないと赤で宣言することはできません。
Okay, okay, fair. That's fair.
へりくつを。
Technically,
私たち
okay.
の趣旨は分かってるはずです。クラウスたちがチェーンを切断して密室を破り、そして中にいた人間を殺した。
Dun, 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 dun.
これに反応してもらいたいだけです。
Chain and destroyed the locked rooms.
エリカ卿、クラウスたちとの不特定多数な言い方では不十分です。まずは密室破壊以降に室内に入った人間を確定すべきです。
Indeedo. Yep.
近景、密室に踏み入ったのは犠牲者を除きクラウス、ルドルフ、秀吉、
Kraus, Rudolph,
ゴーダの
Hideyoshi,
4
and
人
Goda. So everyone but them never entered the locked rooms. Except the victims, meaning that the only ones who didn't, the only ones who, outside of the victims and those four, is Jessica, George, they're at the guest house, Nanjo, Genji, Shannon, Cannon, Goda, and Kumasawa. It was Kumasawa. For your attention, excepting the victims, the only ones to enter the locked rooms were these four. Oh yeah, am I repeating that?
近景、これは聞き取りによるものなり、他に踏み入った人物がいないという保証はなきなりと知りたてまつれ。
There's no proof. Okay.
言われるまでもない。今のを復唱してもらいましょう。密室破壊後、部屋に入ったのは私を除き、クラウ
apart from her
ス、
too.
ルドルフ、
Yeah.
秀吉、ゴーダの4人のみである。
いいぜ、認める。ただしこれは現時点での話だ。
Okay, to this
今後の
current
ゲー
point
ム
in
展開
time.
以下では他の人物が立ち入ることもあり得る。
Yeah, that makes sense.
復唱要求、クラウス、ルドルフ、秀吉、ゴーダは犯人ではない。
How's he gonna respond? Riley put his finger to his shin deep in thought. The word culprit was fairly broad. It might serve to greatly restrict the darkness of the witch.
答えてもいいのではないでしょうか。もし拒否すればクラウスたちが犯人であるという青き真実が残ったままとなります。
そうだな、認めはするが言い方をさらに厳密にしよう。クラウス、ルドルフ、秀吉、 ゴーダたち4人、夏日、エヴァ、キリエ、ローザ、マリア、バトラたち6人の殺人に関わっていない。
Yo, for real.
ということは密室に入ってさえいないそれ以外の人間たちもまた殺人に関わることは不可能ということになりますね。
さあな、自分で考えな。密室に立ち入らずに密室殺人を成立させる青き真実が提出できるってんならこっちも赤き真実で返答してもいいぜ。
Okay.
俺はお前がこれから提出する青き
I
真
only need to
実
destroy one.
たった一つを打ち破るだけでいい。つまり今からお前が遠隔密室殺人のトリック X を青き真実で説明できたとしても必ずしもそれに赤き真実で答える必要はないわ
け。These are the rules of the Witch's game. Anji checked these details with Bito in the 4th game. Yeah. The Witch side lays out mystery after mystery and claims them all to be impossible to carry out except by magic. The human side must use the red truth to argue that they are explainable with tricks. And if they cannot make a counter-argument with the blue truth for every one of these mysteries, that mystery will be considered to have been done by magic. And it will be impossible to deny the existence of a witch. In other words, the witch side only needs to protect any one of its mysteries. And in contrast, the human side has to fully explain all mysteries from the blue truth, with the blue truth. And even if the human side manages to explain all the mysteries with the blue truth, if any one of those is successfully countered by the red truth, the witch will win. Therefore, just like the strategy of the old Bito adopted in her final game, it's sufficient for the witch side to put off their red text counter arguments until the very last moment, then make a single strike at their opponent's most fragile spot. Yeah.
いずれにせよ、今の復唱要求には拒否ということですね。
勘違いするなよ。復唱要求はお前へのサービスではないんだぜ。
Yeah, don't kid yourself. Exactly. Hey, okay. From the perspective of the witch side, repetition requests are just supplements to make sure that the human side hasn't misunderstood the question. Therefore, they only have neither a technical nor a moral obligation to respond to the requests that are extremely broad.
やりますね。魔女側プレイヤーとしてもなかなか頑張るじゃないですか。
Know thy enemy. No. Yeah.
お前とはバカが違うぜ。
Ooh, Bella talking smack.
ドラノール。
続けます。一つ。犠牲者たちは他殺を除くあらゆる方法で死んではいない。
Oh, here we go. This song. It's not die by any method other than homicide.
認める。
Okay, so all victims were killed by homicide. Okay. No suicide. Okay, no. Okay, interesting.
犠牲者は
ドラノール。それで結構です。
Ooh, we're not going to finish the list yet? Okay.
よろしいのですか？まだ項目が。
ええ、もう十分です。
I was off.
現場の状況は確認できました。ここから青き真実での反論タイムとしましょう。
Gosh, man, scared me.
ご考説を拝聴しようじゃないか。
Okay. Though Battler and Erica were enemies, it looked to Bito as though they were having a little fun doing it. She's probably slightly jealous of Erica. Ooh, jealous! Ugh. Yo, she's thinking, Battler and Erica getting together. Bito thought back on the books she had read in Featherine's archives, in which the older her and Battler had fought. That must have been fun as well. Yep. Going back to the guest house. During a short break in the family conference, a horrible, brutal mass murder had occurred. Excellent battle. 6 people killed had all been women. Yep. The men who had been left behind went mad with rage, and the cowardice of it broke down sobbing at sadness losing their lives, and went back to the fourth with the too many times. Why were they all? Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm going to end it right here, though, y'all. On this sad song. Like... Okay. Page 5. Dang, I really am probably going to get to 10 pages by the end of this. Like... Okay, I'm about to say, it's not going to let me save. Okay, interesting stuff this time. I'm liking the way things are going right now. Got me over here thinking about things and figuring out these locked rooms right now. And how they even connect to others. Because if they didn't acknowledge, if they didn't say anything about if there was anyone in there, I was about to question, yo, what about some of these locked rooms? Was there anyone in the closet? Because I know last time the thing with Nachi was in the closet. When Hideyoshi was killed. So I was curious about that too. I know that in if there's a previous episode where, if I'm not mistaken, no one did check a closet, maybe. So, man, okay, interesting right there. But let's take a. Thought something else happened. Yeah. But yeah, anyways, y'all, I'm going to end it right here, y'all, with this whack camera, man. I hate this light. Yeah, I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. Streaming some. No narrative games, actually. Zero Escape. I'm playing that tomorrow. I finally got it downloaded. PC, no disc, because that disc was garbage. So yeah, we're playing that tomorrow. And ow, actually my ear hurts. What the heck? And yeah, I'll be playing Danganronpa this weekend on Saturday too. So yeah, anyways, that's all I have to say, really. Feel free to tune in for that stream tomorrow and Danganronpa stream this weekend. I'll be uploading some highlights from the previous Danganronpa stream, and hopefully this weekend I'll be able to do it both on YouTube and Twitch, which I have not tested out, which I'll probably do late tonight because I don't know, I always get the energy to do things late at night. I'm not sure if anyone else is like that. Like, it'll be like midnight and my body's tired, but mentally I'm just like, yo, I want to work on stuff. I'm just like, dang, Seku, let me rest. So yeah, a lot of interesting stuff they said this episode too. So these few chapters. So yeah, until then, hopefully I'll see y'all for the stream tomorrow. If not, then enjoy the rest of your week, the weekend as well. And yeah, next stream will be on Tuesday. Earlier Tuesday, I was going to stream, but I forgot I was going to hang out with someone. So I went to Korean barbecue. So, yo, that was nice. Good food there. Expensive as heck. I mean, I didn't pay. Free food for me. So, yo, anyways, that's all I have to say. See y'all later for uploads on the channel. And yeah, end it with this nice jam. Peace and out.